Hello and welcome to another episode of Sports and Songs Podcast. We're on season 6, episode number 12, Songs Edition tonight. Andy, how are you?
Good. How about you?
Good. January 29th, 2025. Next time we do a show, it'll be February. We're in the middle of winter here, but no snow and it's 45 degrees. So
I'll take that every day.
very, very weird, but very strange. Nonetheless, we've got an album review to do.
Okay.
Album review. We're going back to the 80s here. Going back.
That's kind of what we do.
That's exactly what we do. We've never done this album. It's a little Motley Crue, Andy.
All right.
Now, were you a Motley Crue fan?
Yes, I was.
Okay. Here's the album. Girls, Girls, Girls. You know, this was
up until they did Generation Swine, and then I didn't listen. I didn't buy that one. That's when I stopped.
Okay, same here. I liked their music. I wasn't, going to their shows and buying their albums as they came up, but I liked the music. They were good, regular hard rock band. Just awesome. So this album, Girls, Girls, Girls by Motley Crue, is the fourth studio album by Motley Crue, released May of 1987. The album contains the hit singles Girls, 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 You're All I Need, and the MTV favorite Wild Side. So, Andy, they also, I'm guessing, benefited from the MTV heavy rotation of the videos, and this went 4 times platinum, this album. 4 times, quadruple. You might like this. The album marked a change to more of a blues rock influenced sound, okay? So going through the review here, I did not know that. I guess I never considered it blues rock, but when I listen to it and see it, it now makes sense. The album received mixed but generally positive reviews. What I liked about it was Mick Mars was featured more prominently on this album than on 85's Theater of Pain, and many called it their best work since 1981's Too Fast for Love. What are your thoughts there?
I agree with that, yeah. Mick was really he was like at the focus for this album. I enjoyed Mick's work. He's a big blues guy anyway, so when you say it's a blues sound, then Mick was kind of driving the bus on that one.
And he's always been another one of those underrated guitarists you don't ever hear about when you think of top talented lead guitar players. Mick Mars.
And what's weird is that with this band, it's very rarely in a 4-man band where the lead guitarist is the other guy.
Yes.
Tommy Lee was such a force, or not such a media darling force. Nikki Sixx loved the sound of his own voice. Vince Neil was the lead singer. So those 3 took all the camera time, interview time, and Mick just stood there just saying, "Can we play music now?"
True. Very rare to see that. So here's the track listing. What they've got is 10 songs. I like it. It's quick. It's 36. Let me look here. 39 minutes and 54 seconds. So 40 minutes.
Yep.
10 songs, 4 minutes. Starts off with Wild Side. Great song. Great opening song for any album to start off with. Just it kicks you right in the mouth with that. Girls, Girls, Girls is next. Dancing on Glass is the third song. Now, Dancing on Glass lyrics relate to a Nikki Sixx overdose. Not the heroin overdose in the States, but this was in London when he was not using crystal meth.
What?
What's your thoughts on this?
Nikki Sixx, he died twice. He'll remind me of that too.
On Glass. So I think Glass is the reference there to crystal. So this is another time when he was overdosed in London. Good lyrics there. Next song is Bad Boy Boogie. Lyrics relate to being out on tour, the life on the road, as you can imagine these guys. Song 5 is Nona, 1 minute 27 song, 1 minute 27 seconds. It's about Nikki's grandmother, Nikki Sixx's grandmother after she died. It's about how much he misses her. Song 6 is 5 Years Dead. Song 7, All in the Name of. Now, Andy, All in the Name of the song is really about Vince's infatuation with a 15-year-old girl. Now, we know that Winger came out and had a controversial song that says she's only 17 for Winger.
Yes.
And Kiss, Gene Simmons had the ever-popular Christine 16, about a 16-year-old. Well, Motley Crue had to outdo them both, going as far as talking about the lust for a 15-year-old. So that's what this is about, all in the name of good song, but kind of humorous lyrics there. Song 8, Something for Nothing. Gigolo song. Completely a proud gigolo song.
Yes.
Written by Vince Neil and Nikki Sixx. Song 9 is You're All That I Need. This one had the music video. It became very popular. It had the music video canceled and banned because of the violence.
Yes.
It talks about domestic violence, a murder with the girlfriend, blah, blah, blah. What's your thoughts on, was this too soon, ahead of its time?
I guess I'd like to look at dates more. Garth Brooks had Thunder Rolls. Earl Smith had Janie get a Gun. Really not much different. And those were kind of like championed as like, what great songs. Just, they made a statement that was wonderful. Yeah, Motley Crue did it, and they were, oh, geez, I don't know, boys. They're like, fine, whatever. I think the music video was fine. The song was fine. If you look at it, you listen to it.
Yeah, it's a very deep. It's a very emotional. It goes against. It's a music video against domestic violence and to make it stop and to bring exposure to it. And a lot of people that were victims of that.
They weren't making fun of domestic violence. They were trying to make
they were
light
very
of that.
proud.
Hey, this happens.
I love that this was out there and putting it out there to make it a public thing. But MTV and other stations banned the music video. So now it would be like turning on the music video would be the same as watching an episode of Discovery ID or
the local news,
murder scenes, things like that, things you see every day. But they said it was graphic content. So this may have been Motley Crue just ahead of their time. Now the song itself, a very good song. With the composition there, and then they finish up with Jailhouse Rock, a live version of the Elvis Presley cover, Jailhouse Rock. That's where they wrap it up. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, the main reason they did it is because Vince had just got out of jail for killing his friend in a car accident.
Okay.
That's where he goes, that's where I learned to play harmonica, was in jail. Yeah, sure, Vince. That's great PR. Nice.
Okay, gotcha.
I don't know why that, but they did it. They did a horrible version of it. That's probably the worst song on the album.
Okay.
And it's not because I'm not a fan of live music. I'm too big a fan of Elvis for someone else to do the song, and to me, they did no justice to it.
Fair enough. Now, this was released on Elektra. The genre here is considered on Wikipedia glam metal and arena rock.
Yeah, that's what they were. Hair band, yeah.
Okay. Here's the thing.
Look at it. Okay, this one came out, but you look at their costumes, if you will, for Theater of Pain. They totally went the other side of the spectrum on this one. Twisted Sister was always kind of a bright colored one, but then they did come out and play. Went back to their biker image stuff. Kiss did Revenge, went back to the biker image look. That became the look then for a while.
Okay.
It's kind of hard to take some of these bands for serious. Okay, are you these fluorescent colored guys from Theater of Pain with all the fringe and everything else? Look like you should be in the WWE ring wrestling? Or are you the bad biker guy when really you are not scary looking at all just because you got leather and the sleeves are cut off? You still look like jerks. I mean, they do not look threatening at all. The image, I think, was just horrible. I didn't buy the whole leather. Oh, we're tough. We're on bikes.
Okay.
Shut up and sing. I never bought into their images on stuff with Motley Crue, no matter what stage it was. I just always enjoyed their music, never their look.
I see. So this was getting back to almost like the Too Fast for Love.
Yep. So in a way, Motley Crue did what they, for me, what I like them for the music, not for what they look like.
Well enough, good enough. Now here's the personnel. Vince Neil, lead vocals. Do you think that this was probably the height of his career? Was this album?
This song for all of them, I think, was, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, because
Mick Mars,
they kind of peaked here, in my opinion.
They all did so well. Nikki Sixx, bass, Tommy Lee, drums. The music videos were good. The songs were good. Really 9 solid songs. I mean, 8 solid songs. They have the song Nona. That's a minute and a half. Nothing really much to that. and then the cover of Elvis Presley. So really 8 new songs. Now, what I did not know, Andy, this went 4 times quadruple platinum, right? But this was also the band's third straight album to go quadruple platinum after Shout at the Devil and Theater of Pain. I did not know that.
Oh.
So
yeah, they did Dr. Feelgood after this, and that was okay, but this is kind of the end of it, I think, for them.
I gotcha. Good stuff. Now, if you want more on this for the hardcore Motley Crue fans, if you read the book, The Dirt, it really gets into the details of all of these albums and what the band was going through individually at the time of all of these albums. That was a phenomenal book detailing. It should be rated R. It should be rated NC-17, but it's out there. It's not a censored book. Everything they did was in that book. I couldn't believe. And so what they were going through as a band with the death of Vince Neil's friend, the addictions, the overdoses, the girls, the prostitutes, the hookers, it was all out of control. And so aptly named album, I can't argue with that. But if you want more on this, I would get the book The Dirt.
All right. I got a few things here to share with you.
Nice.
First of all, coming up this Friday or Saturday night, Folsom Prison Experience out of the Ames Center out in Burnsville. We had Jay Ernst on from the Church of Cash. It's his group. Well, he's there as Johnny Cash and the Tennessee Three, redoing the Folsom Prison album. Kat Perkins is June Carter. Other characters in there. It's an interactive concert, so it should be fun. We'll probably do a bonus episode review on this next week sometime. Stay tuned.
Yeah, so you've seen Church of Cash.
Yes.
But never this. And this is more of an experience, an interactive theater done on a stage and whatnot. Yep. Yeah, we'll probably do a show on this. I'm excited to see how this turns out.
Sammy Kershaw just announced to play at Medina with special guest. I've not seen Sammy Kershaw or special guest ever play before. So, Sammy Kershaw, country artist, 80s, 90s genre. I don't want to say comedy rocks, everything's like Weird Al Yankovic type stuff, but or comedy country, I should say. Just different types of songs, country. He has some serious ones, but he has some fun ones too. Sammy Kershaw, give him a listen if he's your cup of tea. March 29th, Medina. Devil's Rejects, a tribute to Rob Zombie with special guest Queen of the Reich.
Nice.
They would be playing here coming up at Nordic Brew Pub.
Yes.
May 23. $10 cover, all ages.
Yeah, we've never seen a show there. They do a lot of tribute bands. It's up in Monticello.
Yep. And May 23rd, we'll have to see what we can do there. Squeak that in. $10 cover, that ain't bad. I mean, I like the $10 cover because I hate to say driving all the way to Monticello. It's not that far, but it's not next door either. So, Mad Alice and Grime doing an unplugged one at Pioneer Place Theater, March 22nd. That if you're into that, maybe an unplugged version, something different.
These guys are good.
Anthrax announced they're going to be doing a new studio album slated for September or October. So we'll see how that turns out. Boys are in the studio. And we'll give them a listen. See, give them some time. Come out just in time for the holidays there in October.
Yes.
And Tom Kiefer celebrated a birthday this week. There on the 26th. 64 years old. I love Tom Kiefer. Don't get me wrong. He looks a lot older than that. Just the rock and roll lifestyle, health. He's had some, I think, hip surgeries, knee surgeries. He's just beaten down a little bit, but he's still out there. We saw him a couple years ago, still doing a great show.
Yeah.
Great show.
First time I've ever seen the guy live. It was still does a great show.
64 years old. And also in the birthday genre coming up on Sunday is Lisa from the Commissary's birthday on Sunday. So happy birthday to her, to the missus.
Yes, it's coming up. And Groundhog's Day.
Yes, and my oldest son's birthday is also that day too. So Happy birthday,
Okay, yeah.
oldest son.
Well, it'll be a fun weekend here. Folsom Prison should be good. We'll have some updates on that. We'll take plenty of pictures and whatnot. The entertainer Jay Ernest, local guy. It's a Minnesota talented musician
Cat
that does
Perkins, local gal.
jazz.
So
Cat Perkins. These guys are very, very good. And the Johnny Cash is going to be. Look forward to seeing it. And this is one of those shows. Whether you're a fan or not of Johnny Cash, you don't have to know his songs, know the lyrics to sing along. This is a show that it's going to be a fun to partake in, I think.
Yeah, it should be good. And it's not like some guys like, hey, I can do some of his songs. Let's do this. No, Jay's made a career of doing the Johnny Cash songs, so he knows the songs, he knows the mannerisms, he knows what's going on. In fact, you can go back on our YouTube channel and watch our interview we had with Jay just a few months ago talking about this. So,
yeah, looking forward to seeing it. So the Folsom Prison, that's going back to 1968 is the when that album came out, and so everything will be set to that time on the show, on the stage.
That was a little before my time. I'll have to look up and see what people dressed like then.
Yes, so that should be good. But that's all I've got here for this week. Give a listen to Motley Crue, Girls, 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 and let us know if you have recommendations or requests for future episodes.
See ya.
Have a good week.